Welcome back, folks. I'm Kenjamin, and today we're checking out Rush Royale. So, if you're into tower defense games, then this is definitely a game for you. For all of you who are curious, Rush Royale is a free to play mobile tower defense game. So, if you're playing on iOS or on Android, then you can go ahead and download Rush Royale for free in either the App Store or the Google Play Store. So here we're just going through the tutorial, and it seems like the currency that you use to get these, I'm not exactly sure how to call them, your units or your characters? We'll call them characters. So essentially, your characters are summoned when you have mana, and you generate mana every time they're units. I lied. Okay, so units. You generate mana every time you defeat your opponents or like the enemies down at the bottom who come out from this portal. And I think I'm not really sure if it changes or anything, but it seems like you get a set amount of mana for each monster that you defeat. And you will gradually combine your units of the same typing so that you can get stronger units, essentially. And over time, you're going to lose health if monsters are able to reach your goal or like your gate, essentially. So what you want to do is, summon as many units as possible so that you can defeat your opponents faster. Another thing to mention as well is that not only are you trying to fight against the monsters, but you're also trying to fight against an actual person at the top of the screen. So at the top of the screen, it's kind of grayed out. You're kind of just focusing on the bottom half of your screen. So where the tutorial is happening at the top, it's basically telling us that, that's where you're going to be facing up against an actual opponent. And each monster you defeat will summon that monster to your enemy's side. And when your enemy defeats monsters, those monsters get summoned to your side. So if you have the upper hand and you're constantly sending monsters to your enemy's side, it's harder for them to catch up. And then you kind of just, you win by like a landslide. You kind of just snowball and you get stronger and stronger. So another really, really important factor to this game is that whenever you're combining your units of the same type, like you see here how we have a green archer and like two other green archers. So essentially what you want to do is hold off on combining them, because two green archers who are basically at like level 1, like you see how they have the circle. The circle basically means that your units are level 1. And so 2 level 1 units are better than 1 level 2. And that's because the 2 level 1 units are actually stronger and they attack more frequently compared to 1 unit who is a combined unit of the same type. So after you complete the tutorial, you get to go ahead and choose your nickname. I'm just going to leave it as player 423678893. So I've joined this game a little late, and I don't know. I'm sure people who have played since the beginning, I'm sure that they have a lot more characters or units unlocked, and so they can go ahead and experiment with different types of compositions, team comps. But unfortunately, we only have 5 different units so far, and it seems like we can upgrade our archer using gold. And we're kind of just taking a look around to see what's going on here. But we'll go ahead and just jump into another PvP match. So this time, we're actually going to be going up against a person. And the boss that we're fighting up against is the Gorgon. So we were able to summon 1 Flame Mage, 2 Ice Mage, and 1... I don't really know what that is. And a Dart Shooter? I don't know what their names actually are. So I'm holding off on merging my units, like I said before, because having multiple units is going to be much more beneficial in the long run. So the flame units, the fire mages, they do splash damage for their attacks. And then the ice mages, they will cause like a chill effect on the enemies and they'll be slowed. And then the archers, they just do flat damage based on their level. And then we also have these, I don't know, these green units who shoot darts. And they will poison the enemies and deal damage over time. I want to say that my strongest unit is probably going to be my archer. Not just because it's the highest level on my team, but also because it also attacks really, really fast. Oh, oh, okay. I was so worried about my side that I completely forgot about the enemy. And it seems like they actually lost before we lost. Oh, okay. So if we watch an ad, we can collect the chest. But we're not going to do that just for the video. Ah, and it looks like this is almost like a power pass. So it seems like with the more achievements you make, the more... Oh, hey, login. The more achievements you make, the more bonuses that you get. So this game definitely promotes playing a lot more often. So the nice thing about this game is that there's no sense of like a stamina system. You can play as much as you want. You just, you know, you're battling against real people. So, I mean, as long as you kind of have like a good composition that you're comfortable playing, then I think you'll be okay. Oh, okay, so that tells me the stats of the unit once it reaches a higher level. Okay. Oh, emotions? These are like emotes that you can do during battle. And we're just looking at all the units. Oh, okay. Oh, they actually make sounds. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, there's a co-op. With casual player. Okay. So let's see. Ah, okay. So it looks like in co-op, we like my ally instead of my enemy. My ally and I, we actually share one lane. So we each have our own lane of monsters to fight, but then eventually they merge together. And it looks like we started with more mana compared to when we're going up against each other. And I'm noticing that my ally has a different unit than I do. So instead of using the lightning mage on my ally's team, they're using some sort of purple unit with a slingshot. I don't know what they do because I can't tap on their units to see what their stats are or what their attack type is like. If it's single target, multiple target, or anything like that. But it looks like they're merging their units and they already have, I think, 2 level 2s and one level 3. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can also use mana to level up your units. So at the bottom of the screen, my archer is level 2. Well, now it's level 3. And then like everybody else is level 1, with the exception of my ice mage. And so when you level up at the bottom using mana, it will level up your units in the battlefield right now, and then it'll also boost the damage of all the other units that you're going to summon in the future. So it's very, very useful. It's not that expensive either if you just kind of save up for it and you don't spend too much mana trying to summon units, because the more you summon, the more expensive it gets to summon. And looking back at it now, I probably should have started combining my units a lot sooner, like my ally did, because now I have a lot of units who are still just like at the first tier. They're still circle instead of oval or even triangle shaped. Yeah, my ally does a lot more damage than I do, but this is only the second match that we've gotten to play because we did one PvP match and then we did one co-op. So I'm still learning. I'm sure that it'll get a lot better as I just keep playing. And if you want to see a follow-up video to this as well, then definitely let me know because I don't know if like you only want to see like beginning gameplay or if you want to see gameplay of like after a few hours and you're a little more committed or something into the actual game. And I haven't seen any like guides or gameplay videos of this actual game. I just kind of saw it and I was like, oh, this looks cool. Like in an advertisement. So then I just downloaded it. But I'm sure that there's a good following for this kind of game. It seems like there's actually a lot more strategy involved. Like you're not just trying to have the strongest unit that can just kill everything. I'm sure that there are units that are going to be much more useful, like units who can slow targets, like the Ice Mage, or those who can do like AoE or like multiple target damage, which is actually a lot more useful now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so we're slowly leveling up, and I leveled up my archer first at the bottom using mana, but then I was looking back and I was like, oh, okay, my lightning mage actually has the highest rank among all my other units, and it looks like I'm starting to do more damage than my ally, and that's because my ally actually got some unfortunate merges. Their damage units became the Ice Mage, and the Ice Mage doesn't do as much damage as it just slows. And that's really the only reason why you would use the Ice Mage, I think, just to create the slow effect instead of damage. So I've gotten pretty lucky with my merges. I've gotten the Lightning Mage and the Archer mostly. And so those are the two units I'm prioritizing in terms of level ups. And I'm not summoning for units as much because it costs a lot of mana. I feel like I'm probably better off just increasing my units levels. And see, that's kind of unlucky. I was hoping that I would get like another Ice Mage or maybe another Poison Dart unit so that I can merge them and probably get like another Archer or a Lightning Mage. But instead I've got a Flame Mage who actually doesn't do very much damage. And so I had no choice but to merge my Ice Mages, and then I combined the Lightning Mage that was just summoned into another Lightning Mage, and I got an Archer. So that actually ended up really, really well. It worked out in the end. So my ally is actually able to make a comeback. They turned most of their Ice Mages into damage units. And it seems like they actually do a lot more damage than I do. So it makes me wonder if their units are actually higher level outside of battle as well. Because, you know, outside of battle, you can also increase the level of your units. Oh, I was actually kind of scared. I was wondering if we were actually going to be able to do that. So this is our first time going up against the Gorgon. I don't know what its abilities are. Oh. Okay, so its ability is frequently oh, yeah. It'll turn 2 of your units into stone frequently. And I'm kind of sad because it keeps getting all of my strong units. So I can't even damage it enough. And if I can't damage my Gorgon, then I'm not going to be able to damage my ally's Gorgon. I don't think we're going to be able to win this one. And that's okay. We made it this far, considering it's our first co-op mission. And there it goes. Yeah, I actually think we did really, really well. We made it to the last wave, which is the boss wave. Let's see. Oh, I actually did more damage than they did. Well, that's understandable. They had Ice Mages for their merges, which is unlucky. But I hope you all found this video very helpful and very resourceful. If you enjoyed this game, go ahead and try out Rush Royale for free, whether you are on iOS or Android. You can go ahead and just search up Rush Royale on the App Store or the Google Play Store. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.